Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Great to be here tonight. I was a little early even, which is unusual for me. I got my volume turned down. I'm on time. I was early. I'm excited. I'm awake. It's exciting tonight. I'm feeling really good. So let's see. We have some people jumping on. Hello, Richard Riddle. Hello, Ruth Saltman. Lovely to see you. My website has just been posted here, carolancarey.com. If you are listening and not watching on YouTube or Rumble, we are on Rumble. Hey, Jill, Sheen, nice to see you back. Wasn't feeling well. Hi, Gigi. Hi, how are you? My website is carolancarey.com, CarolanCarey. Sarah Lee is here. Hello, how you doing, Carol? How are you? Gigi. Oh, that's Gigi. Hi, Gigi. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. I will be doing some mini readings, a little psychic chit chat. You have me this evening. Oh, thank you, Jill, for your super sticker. We do have the ability for super stickers here on YouTube. And if you'd like to do that, that's donating towards the host's expenses for the show. That would be delightful. Thank you very much. Do not have to feel obligated, but you are certainly welcome to do that if you would like. It's much appreciated. On Rumble, hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you back. On Rumble, you can give us a Rumble, a plus sign. That would be great. On YouTube, if you could give us a like, subscribe, and ring the bell, that would be awesome. So that way you will see the next time we go on live. And tonight, if we get super stickers, I will do reading and pull a card for you. Otherwise, I will just do what I get, if that is okay with everyone, unless they want a card instead. Let me know. Did not bring the crystal ball out tonight. I was wondering what everybody thought of that, and if I maybe should do that again. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, now next week, please join us next week. Very exciting. I have Psychic Jane Doherty joining us from South Plainfield, New Jersey. I met Jane, must have been like 1995, something like that. I had a store in New Jersey. Julie Peller, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And Jane walked in. She was the resident psychic medium of South Plainfield. I think she had an education background. I think her son went to school with my nephew, high school with my nephew. So people knew her. She was a self-taught psychic. She did a lot of research and wrote a book, The Mystic, I believe it's The Mystical Awakening. I could be wrong on that. Her website is janedoherty.com. She was on Dead Tenants on the Learning Channel. We met through my shop and I learned about the crystal skulls from her. She is a guardian of at least one crystal skull, if not more. And very interesting. She was on Broadway in a play. She's written a book. She's done ghost tours. I've attended a seance with her. She's marvelous. So she's going to be on next week, and we can't wait for that. So there we go. So that's what's going on next week. Thank you, Richard Riddle, for your super sticker. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Jill Sheen. So let's, without further ado, let me get started so I don't run out of time. Julie's a great friend of yours, Jill. Thank you. Thank you for bringing her into our fold here. It's so nice to see everyone. Oh, aren't you nice, Carol? Thank you very much. Thank you. That's great. Thank you. I needed that shot in the arm today. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see. Usually I try to do my super sticker people first. So let me start with Jill as the first one. I'm going to pull a card for her. Jill, I hope you are feeling better. I know that you've had experienced a little disappointment recently in the career thing, but I don't want to say trust me, but I know there's something better coming. And when you look at the long term, it's not always what we want, unfortunately. But sometimes when we don't get what we want, we get something better. And that's the impression that I get. I know what it's like to try to want to get out of where you are if you're not happy or not thrilled. I wouldn't say she's not happy. Jill's not happy. Whoops. Dropped a couple of cards on the floor. Excuse me 1 second. Here we go. They could be important, these cards. Let's see what we got. Purity. Blessing. Okay. This is an interesting card, and I think this is right up your street. So I'm going to give you this first. This is called Amarushaya, this angel. This is from the angel deck. It's a beautiful card, and on the bottom, it says blessing. So I think you have a lot of blessings that you haven't unwrapped yet, Jill, is my impression of this. And I'm going to go ahead with... I have to say, I have some dancing on the other side, Jill. I have some dancing. So I don't know if Dad liked to dance, but I feel like I have someone here who's a dancer. And it feels male, and the shoes are shiny. And I feel like, move my feet. So I don't know if this was your dad or an uncle, but I almost feel like an uncle. Dad usually kind of looks a little different to me. So I'm going to put that out there. There's some dancing going on. Dancing in the streets, he's saying to me on the other side. So I think there's a party in full swing going on, and I feel that Mom is adjusting. And in her heyday, she was quite something, and quite always, I would say, always controlling. I'm going to say that point blank. Always controlling, as you would admit. And this may be a relative for her brother, uncle, something. Somebody knew her growing up and said she was always, actually what he's saying is she was a PIA. So I'm just going to say that growing up. But I feel that she really tried to push herself and excel in her business. She was an entrepreneur, I believe. And she excelled. I think she had a very good appreciation for some lovely things, finer things, maybe some art or things like that. I think she had an appreciation for those things. She hobnobbed with some well-known people that she met through her business. They relied on her, I have to say that. So her dedication, her doggedness, that all brought her a level of success that she was quite proud of. And she can be very haughty, and she admits that. So I just want to put that out there. There's been a different level of communication with her and some loved ones. I think she has rehabbed her relationship with some people on the other side. So I just want to let you know that. And if I get more, I will go back to it, but I'll try to keep them brief because sometimes I end up running out of time. So thank you, Jill, very much for joining us tonight. My next super sticker would be Julie Peller. I think I read for Julie. Thank you, Julie, for your super sticker tonight. I really appreciate you. Let me pull a card for you as well. Let's see. Purity, I don't think is. Oh, here's one. This is something that you're learning, something that you have just become aware of, I would say. And this is called, this is Angel Raziel. And it's kind of bright there, and on the bottom it says knowledge. So I feel as if you are either mentoring someone else, as like these two angels are on here, or you are learning something from someone else. And I kind of feel that. I feel like an exchange of energy. I feel like it's almost, I'm kind of getting Richard Riddle here because I'm getting acting, but I almost feel like, Julie, that you are acting as if and yet to be is what I want to say. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I have an older lady here in spirit who is, she has a little tray. What is she doing with this? She has a little tray with handles. So I don't know if this was a person that was a hostess with the mostest kind of feeling, or I feel like I'm surrounded by heirloom or antique kind of feeling, and very. This looks like a little tray with the little sugar bowl, and a little milk pitcher, something like that. I feel like, and it's very small, very petite. It may go with demi-tasse or something kind of cups. I have that impression. So let me know if you can take this lady, what her message. And I also feel I want to say father for some reason. So Julie, I don't know if you have a father on the other side. Let me know in your comments. I will read comments out for those people who are not joining us here physically, but are listening. I will read some validations out. If you're on Rumble, you will probably see the comments, or maybe not. So I'll read out any validation that I get as the show goes on. I feel an older gentleman here. I feel very fatherly here, Julie. And I feel as if I can smell some tweed. And I feel as if I feel like he's rubbing his hands together. I feel this is an older gentleman when he passed away. It could even be grandfather, but I really feel fatherly. And the kind of word of advice I get is, and he's showing me like gold coins. So something that you're investing in, this knowledge, it could be very rewarding, and not only rewarding, but fulfilling. So I don't know if this is a new skill. Also showing me a beautiful silk scarf. Someone's wearing a beautiful silk scarf. So I don't know if that would be, they are commenting on what you're wearing, or if this is someone who dressed like that. So I have a few, usually when I look at somebody, I get 4 to 6 people around each person. And so sometimes they just come in and make a cameo. But this fatherly gentleman feels to me as if she's studying to become an intuitive healer, and it's your grandpa. Okay, dad's dad. Okay, good. That's why I was getting father then. Okay. And studying to be an intuitive healer. I have all 4 clairs. Good for you. I'm so glad that you're using your skills and your abilities, and the fine tuning that's the ticket right there, is the fine tuning. So dad's dead. And I feel a little, I want to say scotch. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know if he drank scotch or he is scotch, but I just want to let you know that I feel as if, even though as an intuitive healer, I feel that this is beneficial in some way to an entrepreneurship or being an author or something like that. There's something here that is rewarding, because usually healing isn't that rewarding. It's really a service kind of feeling about, it depends if you're a chiropractor or whatever, but usually Reiki or some kind of like that is usually more service oriented. But what it does is familiarize people with who you are and what you're about. And I think there's some writing to be done there, Julie. So thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, Veronica. Nice to see you. Richard Riddle. Hi, Gigi. Thank you so much. Richard Riddle. Thank you for your super sticker. Did I pull a card for you? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm not writing down to keeping track anymore because I find that kind of distracting. Oh, okay. Richard, this card is for you. I hope that you can see it. It's a little too bright. Let me see if I can put it there. It's kind of a fuzzy kind of card anyway. And on the top, it says Pashar, P-A-S-C-H-A-R, Pashar. And the word on the bottom is vision. It's kind of a muted card anyway, but with this light, it might be a little blurry. But what I get is a vision for you, creating your own vision. Now I feel, excuse me for scratching my nose, but I'm feeling I'm going to sneeze, of course, any minute. As soon as I'm on video, I feel like I have to sneeze. I feel like you're creating a vision of yourself. I do see you standing at work. I see you standing, and I think I mentioned this before, behind like a courtesy desk or something. I think we talked about this last week. And I feel as if, I'm taking care of things and taking care of people and kind of calming them down, or finding a resolution for them. And I think they walk away very happy. I think we've chatted about that before. I also feel in the acting direction, which I know is like a hobby for you, but I think that you take it seriously. I feel it's a very intuitive gift that you have to do this. It's sort of like, I think you're starting to learn, when we talk about vision, of walking into someone else's shoes. I think you're starting to learn that. Like, what would they eat? What would the person that I'm playing, or the character, the animal, or whatever, what do they eat? When I look through their eyes, what are they seeing? What do they feel like? What are they thinking? And I think you're starting to get into, like, what did they used to call that, method acting? I don't know, something like that. But I feel that that's kind of coming. And it's not that it's, I don't think you have visions of being world famous, but I do feel that you have visions of playing characters that you really enjoy and that kind of make an impact, you know, something substantial. So I feel whether it's making somebody laugh, and I think you're capable of the comedic aspect of it. And I also feel in a quiet, subdued kind of way, you have a presence, maybe just by giving a look, you know, being very subtle. There are things that you're going to do, or carrying a particular prop. I do feel something, and I get the month of May, but also before that, we're getting into the fall now. I feel that there's some kind of pageantry involved in some kind of play or something. And I feel that you're going to be part of that. I do feel, hi, Kavita, nice to see you. I do feel there's something in the fall, like a fall festival or something see fall leaves and pumpkins and that kind of thing, maybe October, November, maybe some kind of production going on. But I do feel like I'm lining my wallet, and I have an older gentleman. We've had him here before. I think this is your grandpa. And he says, you're going to be lining your pockets, boy, lining your pockets, he says. And I also feel that eventually here, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 1 to 2 years. I feel like I have new wheels. I feel like I'm talking about a new car or something, new used car, or new wheels, or new something. And scooter, something, motorcycle. I feel like fast. And so he's like, you know, slow down a bit. But I do feel that it is you're walking into some things that are going to be financially strengthening for you. So let me leave that at that. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for your super sticker. You are welcome. Okay. Let me get Gigi. Let me get to Gigi. Gigi, so nice. Have another author on here. We have Ruth Saltman on here, and we have Gigi, who is a musician, a lyricist, actually, writer, and has a wonderful book out. You want to plug your books, please feel free to do that. Ruth and Gigi, please feel welcome. Oh, this is perfect for you. Here is, this is a beautiful angel card. I love this piece of artwork. I don't know what the name of it is, but I love it. And it's Aphiel. I think it's an I, and I think Laura Romero had to help me with this because she's the angel speciality person. And this card says beauty, and that is very true. Gigi works in the beauty industry. Her entrepreneurship is her beautiful writing of songs, and I know she's going to be a big hit. She is a remarkable young lady. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I don't think I've had you on here before, so welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Okay, I'll take him. I have a few people around you, but in particular that one uncle that we enjoy so much, that is so frank and loving. I love this guy. I forget what his, I don't know if it's Joe or Jimmy or what his first name is, I forget. But he's a wonderful guy, incredibly supportive in spirit for you. I think he was a little rough around the edges when he was here on the earth plane. And, but you know, he's steadfast for you. He is very supportive of you. And he says, yes, 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 the boyfriend's coming. Yes, 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 he says, the boyfriend's coming. Just relax and let it happen. And he said, some things are getting delayed and in everybody's life. And I understand that. I finally got that like yesterday. Things are being delayed in people's lives, primarily because it's a global thing. And I don't, you know, I don't want to get into like a political discussion or anything, but there's a lot going on and across the world and climate and disasters and all kinds of things going on. And so sometimes some of the things that we are reaching for and stretching for are on delay. And the only reason it's worth waiting for. What I kind of get is it's worth waiting for. And it's not like you're bored because you have plenty to do. I know that. I think we've talked about second and third. I don't know if they're books or songs. I think we've talked about them. But I do feel that the gentleman that you do meet is associated with the music industry. And I do feel that in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe the beauty. Maybe that's why we got the beauty card. Maybe he's with the beauty aspect of your life. But regardless, he's incredibly supportive, goofy, handsome in a kind of nerdy kind of way. And what I love about it is he just falls hook, line, and sinker for you. And that's the way it should be. These guys got to fall like a ton of bricks. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. The uncle and I feel like a fuzzy dice kind of guy. If I am him, I feel like I'm driving a Chevy with a pair of fuzzy dice hanging from the mirror. I feel like I'm kind of like roll up my sleeves and have a Budweiser kind of guy. That's kind of how I feel. A little demented. He says I'm a little demented, but he comes from the heart. I feel he was a little bit of an upbringing, and he says, don't let, he says, the one thing I have to say, don't let, how do I phrase this? There is no shame attached to you. He says, don't ever let any shame, any generational shame or anything like that cling to you because it's not necessary. You're like Teflon. It will not stick. So he wants to remind you of that. He's also talking about, I love your new earrings. So I don't know if you have something new or fashionable, but I'm kind of talking about these kind of dangly earrings he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about mine. I think he's talking about yours. So thank you so much for joining us, Gigi. I really appreciate that. If I get anything else for anybody that I've already read, I will, throw it out there. Hi, Ruth. Yes, Ruth, I'm going to get to you. Thank you, Gigi. Ruth's book. Gigi, put your book on here. Metamorphosis, A Journey of the Soul, and a new one that was released yesterday. This is Ruth Saltman, the show host of the Transformational Soul. The ABCs of Unconditional Love. Wow. Metamorphosis, A Journey of the Soul. That's the first book. The second one, The ABCs of Unconditional Love. You are welcome. Hey, Joanne, thank you for joining us. Can you get a message I was going to call you about that. Yep, Joanne Leo is in the house tonight. She will be with us August 5th. I just booked her today. So look forward to that. We always enjoy having her. So I got Ruth. Okay, let me get to Ruth Saltman here. Let me get her message quick. Ruth. I get between 3 and 5. 3 and 5 books. I feel like, and I can see them as, I don't want to say a trilogy because it's longer than that, but I feel like there's different aspects. It's on different phases or different aspects. I don't know if it's of your journey or, what's so great about you, Ruth, is that you explain your own journey, which is so applicable to everyone. I love that. I love the way you do a practical spirituality. I just love that. I love the way you deliver. So, and by the way, I'm back in Facebook jail again. I've been out of jail for 6 months and I'm back in. I let somebody get my goat. And so I got flagged. So anyway, so now I can't post on any of my 3 or 4 pages. It's all right. I'll live. So I was just commenting. I was making that comment because Ruth always follows and Richard and a few of them we follow each other and comment on things. Ruth, I feel a big explosion with this book. And this was a June, July. Well, we're in the end of July. I feel an explosion with this second book coming out. Your first one was your groundwork, and the second one, I feel this for Gigi too. Gigi finished one book, and I feel that there's more coming because she has more songs within her. The second is the explosion. I don't know what it is about the second book, but I think you probably heard that. People have been published at least once. It's the second one that really projects them into, the limelight, I would say. And I do feel more shows for you, Ruth. I do feel like being like on a panel or a guest and really talking about your book and the way that it's the way you handle yourself and the way that you deliver the messages. So I do feel very good about that. This book is going to be, I want to say life-changing. I'm going to say life-changing. I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to go 3, 4, 5. So I feel like I have 5 books within you. And it's on different aspects. Each one is written in particular for a certain phase of life, I would say, of a journey. So I'm going to go with that. This lady that you're very close to, she's also talking a grandmother. She's also talking about an aunt in spirit, and they can't tell you how proud they are of you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. Got Richard, got Jill, got Gigi, Carol. Oh, thank you. Did I get my super sticker, people? Yes, I did. And if I'm repeating myself, it's because I have to. Jill Sheen says, you hit my mom right on the head. Good. Not physically, but I'm glad I could bring that forward for you. All right, let's see. So we got these people done. Thank you all very much for your contributions towards the show. Let me see who's next. Sugar Magnolia is Kim. No, Jennifer, I didn't get to you yet. I will. Ruth Saltman says, well, thank you very much, Carolan. I do have 5 books in the works. 3 of them are very similar. You are amazing. Well, thanks. It's just delivering the message. Give what you get. And your family and spirit is very proud of you, and I am honored to be able to speak with them. Thank you. Okay, so where was I? Who was I reading? I just went right out of my brain. I need a keeper, folks. I need a keeper. Kim. I'm seeing like a koi pond or a pond here. I don't like a garden pond. I don't know if you're doing a garden pond, but I also feel, and I feel like you're shifting from one foot to the other. So I don't know if it's some kind of exercise, if it's jumping up and down because you have a full bladder. I don't know if you can't make up your mind what space you want to be in, but I feel like you're doing this. So I don't know if it's aerobics. I don't know what's going on here. And I do feel something about the word installation. So are you installing ponds or something? Are you installing something or having something installed? I feel broadening your horizon and something about grassroots. So I don't know if you'll be joining a grassroots organization or if you're part of a grassroots. I don't know exactly what that means. And I know I have relatives here for you in spirit, and I'm trying to figure out who's who. Okay. This is a new one for you. I feel like I have a young lady here. Young lady, past young lady. Cousin, sweetheart? She says she's calling you sweetheart. Okay, this could be somebody older who's showing herself younger. Let me know. I have a lady here who's calling you sweetie or sweetheart. And I want to let you know. And the message that I'm getting from her is the best laid plans. You know what they say? You make a plan and God has a different idea. Well, that's kind of where I am with you. I don't get this pond thing, but I'm getting installation. I'm getting pond. I'm getting koi fish. I don't know what this is about. But you're going to be fine. I think the message for all of us, is I had to learn this. Things are not going my way. There are outside forces. Like I said, globally, climate, disasters going on all over the place. It just makes me very grateful. We're not being flooded out or, baked out like California or flooded like the Northeast or some of those states. Haven't had a hurricane hurt us, so we're doing pretty good. We're so fortunate. I'm so fortunate in that respect. Are things going on my time schedule? No. Are things going the way that I would like? No. But you know what? I threw my hands up. I'm like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And that's not easy for me. I'd rather procrastinate and complain about it. But now that I've let go of expectations, I think, which I've been told 100 times, a million times over my life, expectations will kill you. Don't have any, and you won't be disappointed. Once I start to live in that vibe, I'm amazed at what I'm seeing that I'm capable of and things that really make my heart sing. So I'm going to pass that on to you. And that's the way that I feel, Kim, for you. And I think you're pretty good like that. I think that you roll with the punches. Let me get to Jennifer. Jennifer, I have a job interview tomorrow. Will I get the dining room assistant job? I think there's something better, hon. Do you know the chef there? Do you have something going on with the chef, or is the chef the owner? Something about the chef? The relationship with the chef is relatively important. And I don't mean like, climbing, like social climbing, or using your feminine wiles to get, what you want. That's not what I'm talking about. I feel that it's sort of like an earning his trust or respect. I don't know why. I feel like it's the chef. It could be someone else employed there. I feel like there's two people being considered. I think you have a very good chance. I'm not going to go all the way out on the limb. I do feel confident if it's not this. And I feel like there's two dining rooms. I feel like there's an outside and an inside. Okay. So something's going to happen here and within a couple of months. I feel very confident about that. Please. Julie just joined our YouTube community of VIPs. Thank you very much. So I'm sorry to waffle on you, but I'm not really sure. I do feel there's a very good possibility. I see you outside. So it might be more than one dining room. And something is very good. And here's what I just got to flash quickly is greeting people when they come in. I feel hosting too. So of course there probably isn't any tips with that, but I do feel like a part-time kind of doing multitasking kind of things. I think you've proven yourself, hon. And so something good is going to come, Jennifer. Okay, hang on there. Where am I? I feel like I'm on speed. I have to read really quick. All right. Veronica. I don't think I'm in order. Hey, Melissa Parks is watching us on Rumble. Great. Thank you. Somebody's on Rumble. I'm so glad to see that. Melissa Parks, Joyful Findings show host. Doing some great readings the other night. Melissa, I saw you. You were doing great, as usual. A lot of sticker people you had. I was amazed. You did really well. You cleaned up on that show, girl. You are too much. And I was admiring, you had several crystal balls too. I was admiring that. You have several. I only have one. You had several. And I found that very interesting. So I'd like to talk to you about that someday. Let me get back to, who was I doing now? Was I doing Veronica? Oh, and I got to get to Carol and Sarah Lee. All right, let me go with Veronica a minute. I know I'm jumping around. I apologize. I'll get to you. I'm going to speed read here. Just call me Evelyn Wood tonight. Veronica. Good day, dear. Nice to have you with us. Thank you for joining us from Australia. I think we had talked about that. It's funny. I get a group of spirit people around everybody, but I keep getting these two gentlemen, military with the safari hats on. And I think it's a relative and a friend, or a relative and a comrade, or a relative and somebody he served with. But I feel that military presence, and they're very happy to be here, and they're just trudging along. And I feel like I'm in like an Australian kind of heat. So I don't know if they were in the Pacific Theater for World War II, or I think it's World War II. I don't think it's World War I. Could be wrong. But they just feels more modern to me. There's tanks. And they're just humming along, and singing. And they have a song, it's so funny. Music from that time is singing about that. And they're talking about particularly, and I thought this would be for Linnell, but there's something about a walking stick with you, Veronica. I don't know if you have a walking stick. There's something about a stick, or maybe it's that thing you play, that long instrument that you play over there that has that unusual sound. So I don't know. We're talking about that. I think that's what it is, because now I'm seeing some kind of drum. So I don't know if you're like in a drumming thing, maybe drum circle or something, but they're kind of laughing about that and joking. A very jolly couple of guys. And it's sort of, I want to say to you, take a chance, Veronica. It's okay. Feel some artwork as well around you. So I don't know if you're an artist or admire art, but I feel something very, and I'm getting the word landscape, or like an abstract or an interpretation of landscape, or a waterscape, something like that, watercolor scape, and something about housing. He's saying something about housing. So I have these two lovely gentlemen. I would think they were brothers, but I think it's a relative and a buddy. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you can take this, but I know they're Australian military, and they're going about their day during the war. And I don't know if they both made it through the war. I mean, I'm seeing a memorial, so I don't know if they both made it or not. But they're in spirit at that time talking about it, and talking about showing me this instrument and something about drumming. So I hope you can take that. Looks like something coming up for you there with that new experience. Okay. Kim. Okay, your Motley family, Kim. I think I read that, right? Motley family. Yeah, I think we got that. If I get anything else, I will let you know. Jennifer, we got Kavita. Kavita, I'm not going to go into we've done some private readings. I'm not going to go into that private stuff. I have someone here for your dad. I was just changing tracks. Somebody just got my attention. I believe dad is still in the living, and I feel like I have someone for dad. And I feel like I'm getting the word like colleague or coworker. And I feel I want to express to you this gentleman in spirit. It feels like a gentleman, and I think he has a wife. Maybe they're both passed, but I want to say what an influence your father had on him and his career, and how much he admired your dad. And I feel like dad wrote articles or papers or something. His opinion, he was consulted, he was asked for his opinion or what he thought about things. Very, very learned man. And so this gentleman is passing that on, that he knew your dad and was very influenced by him. And the impression that I get from your lovely grandmother or great grandmother, this lovely lady that always comes through for you, beautiful flowers. And it's not just a bouquet, it's a branch, and it's blooming. It could be like, it looks like yellow. It would be like, not forsythia, but that color, but it really feels like from another country. We don't have it here. I don't think we have it here. It's sort of almost like the Hawaiian plant, the paleo something, but this would be native to her culture and her country. And I believe it's yellow, and it's a branch. And it is often used in arrangements for altars or stuff like that. But it's a brilliant yellow, a beautiful yellow, and has little like orange veins in the center of it. Looks like little orange or red. And she's just bringing these. These are for you. And she's, because I know you had she's commenting that you had a difficult client and you deserve a break today. So I'm going to pass that on to you, Kavita. I hope you can take that. Goodness gracious. Is Anita? Hi, Anita. Yes, I always end up missing you, dear. I don't know how, so let me get on to that. I have a gentleman, a tall gentleman. I feel like I'm tall, and I'm not sure if I'm dad or an uncle, or what my position in the family is, but I have a very definite stride. So I don't know if I have a military bearing or but I feel tall, lanky kind of build, and long legs, and I feel very authoritative. And I'm not sure what the relationship is here yet. He's just showing me. And I feel like he's walking very purposefully striding in here. It looks like it goes back a bit because this neck wear is a little different. It's not contemporary, so it seems like I'm back a bit, like Model T Ford kind of days, something like that. And I just want to talk to Anita about something about scholarship. So I don't know if he's talking about. I think you have your education already, but I don't know if you got a scholarship or if you were a scholar or he was a scholar. Like a professional scholar, an academic or something. But I feel like this is in your roots. So the reason I'm bringing up roots, I also feel genealogy here. I feel something like that. I have some sepia pictures. That's just the brown and white, the older pictures. I have a collection of those. So I don't know if you're going through that kind of thing. Let me know. And I have a fountain pen here with some beautiful handwriting. So I don't know if this is you doing some calligraphy. Is that how you pronounce it? Or some kind of detail work. And I want to talk about the month of August. So I don't know if that's a birthday for you or a special event going on. And I feel like little place cards too as well. So I don't know if you're planning an event or something. But the spirit world is around you. And very happy to see you. And I'm saying, I don't know why I'm saying this, digging in the dirt. I'm very happy to see you digging in the dirt. I don't know if he's talking about gardening or what. Veronica says, yes, I'm grateful. I'm safe with what's going on in my country. I know you're having some upset over there in Australia, all kinds of different ways. And Veronica says she feels her angels protecting her. God bless you, dear. Yes. Sarah Lee is here. Anna. Hi, Anna. Anna, just thank you for your super sticker. Delightful to have you. That's fun. Kavita says that's funny. Thank you. Okay. I think she's talking about me. She could be talking. Everybody on here chats. Not all of our viewers, but most of our viewers are very familiar with each other. They either know each other or they've met here in the chat rooms. They join all the shows. Fabulous. We have a lot of show hosts come on. I'm blessed to have Ruth Saltman here tonight, Melissa Parks on Rumble. One of our guests, Psychic Joanne Leo, is on here tonight. I'm going to get to her in a minute. Now, let me see. Am I doing Anna? Anna, perfect. Perfect. Hadranel. How do you say that? I wish Laura was here. Hadranel. Hadranil. Oops, kind of bright. Sorry about that. Is that better? Yeah. Hadranel. It's a kind of a blurred picture. I'm sorry. These are probably not the best quality for video, but it says on it, love. It's a lovely lady on there. She's kind of sitting like this, and it says love. So Anna, I think that you have, and it's funny. She kind of looks a little Art Deco to me, which seems to be, that kind of rings for me with you. I don't know if you like that or your family had enjoyed that kind of interior decorating. But I feel very Art Deco is very stylish. You know, I love to watch Perot, you know, and see all the on PBS. I love to look at the clothing and the glassware and the decor. It's just fabulous. And I feel like that's you for some reason. And so I kind of get that vibe. But I get a lot of love from the spirit world. And I have a lady here. I usually get your parents, but I have a lady here who's got necklaces on. And I feel like rope necklaces, like rope pearls. So that would be appropriate, I think, at that time. Somebody had mentioned silverware, putting the silver away. Oh, it was the gal that was working, Jessica. What I'm seeing is a box from Tiffany's. I think it's Tiffany. Anyway, it's sterling silver place settings in, you know how they would put them in those blue felt, not felt, but whatever sort of felt, some kind of material that you would put the silverware in to protect it. And I feel that they're in a box. It's a silverware box, and they're putting the silverware away. So I feel this is whatever they had was something, maybe it was heirloom passed down, a very sterling silver. You know, you can see this, stamp on the silver. I can see the stamp on the back of the fork. And so it was very well made. Things were very well made, and they came out for special occasions. So I kind of feel that. And I had this lady here with these rope pearls on, and she's like, and she's so funny. She talks like this. She goes, "Oh, honey," she's like, "You got this. Whatever it is that you're worrying about." She goes, "Oh, honey, you got this." She says, "Your problem is you just don't know what to do. You have so many things going on. You don't know which thing to do first." And that's her advice to you, Anna. She is saying, you have plenty of time. You can do all of it, or you can do none of it. But you're like a kid in the candy shop right now. You have all these choices. And some days it's kind of exhausting because you're thinking too much. Enjoy yourself to just, if you feel like painting that day, paint. If you feel like writing that day, write. But she says, sometimes you could just go for a walk. And sometimes you could just take a picture of that bird and maybe draw it later. So I do see you putting things together and some kind of book, a coffee table book or something. So I don't know if you have one, you're writing one, you're putting one together. But this lady goes back in time a little bit. I hope you can identify her. Let me know if you can. And I am so glad that you were doing okay. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your super sticker tonight. And as always, it is absolutely wonderful to have you with us and have you join us. Joe. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to get to you. I'm not used to people calling you Joey. I was going to chat with you about something we talked about last week, Joanne. I was going to call you, but I didn't want to bother you. You know what I kind of get with the situation that I think you're referring to? I'm getting a merry-go-round, a carousel. I feel I have dad, okay, or maybe a brother. Let me see. I might have both. Let me see what we got. The one that passed away at home is the brother, right? Yes. And dad's here. And he's kind of laughing. He's laughing at you, Joanne, trying to micromanage. He's hysterical about this. He says, if I could have controlled my kids, I would have had it made. He says, I can't, obviously. He said, you just have to enjoy them. You can't try to control them. The merry-go-round is is a relationship that we're speaking about. And that's kind of the way it's going to be. I don't know who is more hard-headed. I feel like I have two rhinos going at each other, which is silly, but that's kind of that's where they're at. And until they're really hurting, until they're crying, until they're both crying, they're not going to learn anything. But, I also feel like it's going to flip on a dime. I feel like it's not that serious. I feel like it's blown out of proportion. And what they really need is a good laugh and a good, that's my unprofessional advice. I'm not a life coach like you are, but that's the message that I get, Joanne. It's September, and I get the month of September. August is a little rocky. I think September. So let's see. Everybody's grown-ups. Let's see. I'm seeing. I don't know if this is Dad or who this gentleman is, but he's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So I don't know if this is a brother or an uncle. It's like he's pulling off a magic trick. And I don't know if this is symbolic of the situation we're talking about or if this is something he did. So let me know if you can accept that, okay? Sarah Lee, thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you, Joanne, August 5th. As always, August 5th in the Psychic Flow. Joanne Leo, bring your date of birth. Bring your boyfriend or girlfriend's date of birth, birth name. And join us August 5th, 8 p.m. Anna says, thank you, Carolan. She sounds like my godmother. She had a lot of silver and crystal dishes, and the way you talked sounded just like her. Awesome. Appreciate you so much. God bless you, Anna. Thank you so much. Yes, you are back in. I hope you didn't miss it. You're going to have to watch the replay, Joanne, but somebody's pulling a rabbit out of the hat. So I don't know if they're working behind the scenes on that situation. And I hope that you can take that message. And your brother, of course, is laughing hysterically about anything. LOL, PIA. Yeah, right. Exactly. Kim, any books or music? Kim, I get recording. So I don't know if you're dictating books or you're recording a song. But yes, for sure. Julie, I did. Jennifer, I did. Ruth, I did. Gigi, I did. Who am I missing? Hold on. And then I can maybe go back and... Oh, Donna, hi. Yee. Goodness gracious, it's Anita. I got her. Kavita, I got... Wow, we got a lot of people on here. Thank you all for joining me tonight. You guys are the bomb. You really are. Sugar Magnolias, Kim, we got her. Got Richard Riddle. Thank you, Jill, for your compliment about your mother. You know, I so enjoy speaking with your family members. Thank you so much for allowing me. It's an honor to work with your family and spirit. I really enjoy them. It's easier when you're not related to enjoy. You know, I don't enjoy my family as much as I enjoy yours, I have to say. So if you don't enjoy your family, whether they're here or in spirit, I can understand that. But the great thing about my job is I get to see other people's families. And some of them are good and some of them aren't, you know. But they just crack me up. It's quite funny. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. If I did, raise your hand. Sarah Lee. Yes. Sarah Lee. I know I've read, it's Valley. Oh, your name is Valley. Okay. I'm trying to think if I've read for you before. I have an older woman's presence here. And I feel like I have an apron. I hope this is someone for you. And I hope I'm not going by the name Sarah Lee, like the baked goods. But I have an older woman here. And you know what's funny? I think she's wearing an apron. I don't know if I have two women or one woman. I'm also seeing, I think the same lady, twist her hair around and stick like a knitting needle or a pen or something to hold it up. I have like this long thing, and it could be a hair accessory. I've seen stuff like that. You know, that you would do like a French twist or chignon in the back and stick this thing through it to hold it. I don't know why I'm getting that. I also have some knitting going on here. Very unusual lady, and she's talking about birds. So I hope that gives you a couple of clues as to who it is. She's also saying, and she's spreading something out. So I do feel she's a baker or cook or something, but I feel like she's spreading butter out or something. And she says, and I think it's symbolic for not spreading yourself too thin. I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, it's something about a goose. Okay. Goose steps, goose. Like don't spread yourself so thin, Sarah. And I feel like I have a journal or a notebook here. She goes, you know, write down what's important to you. This is what I'm getting. Write down what's important to you. Joanne Leo would love this because she always coaches and says, what's good for me, what's not good for me. And I make a list. And I kind of feel like I want to give you that advice, or I want to write down ideas or something of that nature for you. And I get the word recipes. So I don't know if I'm just going off your name, Sarah Lee, like the bakery, the pound cake. Excuse me. Or I actually have I feel like I actually have this lady in spirit. And she's remarking to you, don't spread yourself too thin. Take it, get your own ducks in a row. They give me a lot of cliches because it's faster. It's like a shorthand, spiritual shorthand. And they're usually cliches I've heard growing up that I'm kind of familiar with. Other people may not know what the hell I'm talking about, but they seem to think. I'm also getting a geode. I've gotten this on the show before, and I don't know who this belongs to, but a geode is like a sliced big rock, and it's sliced half, in half so that you can see the inside. And I'm getting that. And I don't know what that means. So I'm going to relay that to you. Sarah, I hope that does make some sense. Sugar Magnolia, Kim, I didn't pull you a card, Kim. You gave me a super sticker. She says, you're amazing. Okay. Well, your spirit friends are amazing. Oh, here you go. Bingo on expectations. Yeah, I know. It kills me every time. Nothing ever goes the way that I think it should go. I swear to God. Just once I'd like to see that, but obviously I don't. It's not my way, and my way is not the best way. Okay, so I will disagree with that. But this is your card, Kim, and it says Sandal Fawn. That's the name of this angel. SANDALPHON. Sandal Fawn. And it says power. Beautiful. These are all pieces of work of our oils and illustrations from other places, museum quality stuff. And some of them will be familiar to you. These are from the Angel Blessings deck. But what I like is the word on the bottom of each card. This is power. So that's what you have. That's what you have in your possession, power to do what you need to do. And you're going to create. Julie says, the hardest thing I've ever had to learn in this life. Yep. And I'm still learning it, and I'm a lot older than you were. And every day is a new challenge. Kim, any books for me? Yeah, you're going to be recording something, dear. I think I said that already. Okay, where am I? Let me go back up to the top. Oh, Donna. Whoops, almost missed you, dear. I got 4 minutes. Almost missed you. I think I'm doing pretty good tonight, actually. So I'm definitely grabbing my notebook. I think my grandmother. Thank you, Sarah Lee. I'm glad you could take that. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, God. Here we go. Hold on. Donna. I think Donna's my last person. Donna, what was she asking me? Nice to have you here with us. Hello. I'm getting to put one foot in front of the other. Donna, did you just suffer a loss of some sort? Like an argument with a friend or a loss of life? And I have a cat here in spirit. Have we had, and Carol, I got to get, oh God. Let me know. I want to say to you that spirit is trying to be uplifting to you, Donna, and trying to lighten your load. This is what I'm getting. So I don't know if you had a disappointment, an unfulfilled expectation. That seems to be the vibe tonight, or an actual loss. I want to let you know that you have a lot of spirit people around you, and they are very supportive of you. And I want to say auntie to you. So I don't know if you have an auntie in spirit, but I have somebody who is saying auntie, and I feel that beautiful, when you knit something, it's beautiful, like cashmere, or reminds me of a beautiful scarf I have from Ireland, like a mohair kind of fabric, knitting. And she wraps that around you. So I got one more person on here I got to get to. And their name Carol. I'm always trying to sell you Paris, Carol. But I want to say your dad is humming. So I don't know if your dad liked to hum or sing. Thank you for your compliment. I was explaining to Tiffany, I was put the hairdryer on high. I didn't blew it dry. So it's kind of puffy, my hair. So thank you for the compliment. I feel kind of suave with Dad. I feel like kind of fly me to the moon kind of vibe. And I feel like I'm sitting back in the car and kind of driving this big, one of these older cars, excuse me, with the big steering wheel. And I feel like I have Frank Sinatra on the radio. I'm like, fly me to the moon. Kind of a relaxed kind of vibe. And I want to say, you made a milestone. I'm talking about a milestone. Whoops, I'm at 8:59. You crossed a milestone, and he is so proud of you. And I don't want to talk down to you like you're a teenager or something. But, you know, in his eyes, you're always going to be that young lady striving. And he's saying she's very accomplished. I don't know if he's saying accomplished or acoustic. I think he's saying accomplished. Sometimes, you know, it goes by really fast and you're trying to grab a word as it goes past. So kind of interesting. But a lovely gentleman and very proud of you, Carol. So thank you all. I hope I got everybody. If I didn't, please join us next week. Next week is Jane Doherty, Psychic Jane Doherty, JaneDoherty.com. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for being here tonight. Good night.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.